Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And there's a certain irony behind this story, and I'll explain to you why in a second. But first of all, just yesterday, a policewoman was basically carjacked, had a police car stolen, and that was then used to carjack other cars by stopping them in the streets of South Africa. This is the sort of crap that is going on in the gangster state. But the police service itself is now facing corruption within the organizations that are supposed to be there to support them. Let me add some meat to the bone. Millions of rand in alleged unlawful looting of the South African Police Service's medical scheme, Polmed, that's P-O-L-M-E-D, have drawn the ire of scores of police officers who have slammed the level of coverage received. Claims are that Polmed, which covers 680,000 members and beneficiaries, has unlawfully awarded a roughly 15.7 million rand to its Board of Trustees over 3 years in alleged contravention of its own rules. Allegations are also that former National Police Commissioner General Ria Fiega was illegally elected onto the Board of Trustees in contravention of Rule 18.9.9, which states any person removed from an office of trust on account of misconduct should not serve on it. Well, welcome to the gangster state, South Africa. According to Rule 18.24, Polmed remuneration should be determined by the scheme's annual general meeting and not by the Council of Medical Schemes, or CMS. By Polmed's own admission, the scheme hasn't held an AGM since 2015. Don't you love the way they run the country? With questions being raised as to who approved the payments to the Board of Trustees. Well, I guess we know, don't we? The Board of Trustees themselves would have done that. However, internal Polmed documents show that the scheme's principal officer, Neo Kahui, and the Board of Trustees Risk Committee were aware that the alleged unlawful payments could drag the medical aid into a legal quagmire. In minutes from an April 2018 meeting, Polmed hedged its bets on a supposedly vague letter from the CMS where the scheme realized it could be in trouble with the law. The minutes read, Ms. Lydia Motsepe informed the meeting that the CMS exemption letter was written in very broad terms and that exemptions regarding the increase in remuneration for the Board of Trustees were not specified and may cause a future litigation risk. The meeting deliberated on the matter, and Kahui mentioned that we may take a risk and assume that the CMS provided exemptions as was requested. Isn't that nice and dandy? The CMS, which promised to answer the paper's questions sent to it on Thursday, has not responded as yet. Where have we heard that before? Polmed allegedly made illegal Board of Trustee payments of 4.93 million in 2016, 5.98 million in 2017, and 4.80 million in 2018, for a total of 15.71 million rand, while the scheme lost over 140 million rand in 2018 from the previous year because of the increasing claims ratio, according to the annual report. Meanwhile, the paper has been given access to several social media sites where police officers vent about what they believe to be atrocious coverage received from Polmed. An emotional father said, "I'm having problems with Polmed, which paid only 11,000 rand for my son who was admitted at an Eastern Cape hospital in July, and its total was 42,000 rand. I'm going to pay an additional 31,000 rand, he said. There were hundreds of such messages with accusations that officers had turned away by many general practitioners. Viega slammed her accusers, saying she had never been found guilty in any court despite a 2017 report by Judge Niels Claassen that the former commissioner was not fit for office. This is called black economic empowerment, black privilege, incompetency, okay, corruption. This is the black privileged we're talking about here. Kahoe acknowledged that the scheme had failed to have successful AGMs because of invalid, orchestrated and planned disruptions by the Board of Trustees. On the alleged unlawful remuneration, Kahoe said litigation risk was a reality, but the Board of Trustees had to protect members' interests. Remember? Protect the members' interests, those who work in the police force. Not allow a faction to rule Polmed disorderly, and that the Board of Trustees fees have not increased since its 2015 AGM. They're all on the take. And the irony here in this situation is that the Board of Trustees are doing exactly what everybody else in the ANC is doing. So I don't know why the police and the police service are complaining, because what's going on there? It's not exactly kosher. Anyway, getting forward. Kahoe said, a faction who are afraid that the allegations, which you have also mentioned, will be proved otherwise, have always disrupted the meetings, resulting in meetings being stopped without the agenda being fully dealt with. We're talking about the police service here. People in the police service disrupting meetings. How terrible. Anyway, she went on to say, if members believe or have any knowledge or suspicion of any wrongdoing or allegations of looting at Polmed, we encourage them to report such wrongdoing to the police. You go the full circle. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.